First, a new report finds the average monthly rent in Manhattan is now more than $5,000, a new record high. Real estate firm Douglas Elliman says that's about a 25% hike from the previous year, and the fifth month in a row to set a record. Rents are also up in Brooklyn and Queens, so why is this happening and what can you do about it? Here are some advice as real estate expert and CEO of the Bizzarro agency, Matthew Bizzarro. So Matthew, we're used to high rents. Is there anything surprising about this new data?
Well, yes, that's correct. We are very used to high rents here. However, there is surprising if you look under the numbers, because the problem is, in many cases, the cost of renting is outpacing people's income. So if you look at the numbers, people in rent stabilized housing have a median income average of about $47,000. Non-stabilized apartments, the median income is $63,000. So if you take that number, that works out to about $5,200 a month before taxes. So when you look at rents averaging $5,000 a month, it tells you there's a huge problem.
$5,000 a month. Why are the rents so high here in the city?
Well, it's a matter of supply and demand. And as you know, New York City is back, and we're excited about that. But there's a lot of demand and no supply. So inventory is down 46% from this time last year, and the vacancy rate is 1.9%, which is insane. So bidding wars for rentals have become common practice, and this is something we're not used to seeing. But even worse is that people are afraid to move because they don't think they have anywhere to move to. And they can usually afford to buy a home and not have to worry about increasing rents, but they don't know they can afford it. And so I've been calling this the rent trap. As rents climb higher, the more trapped people become.
So how can you escape that?
Well, it's hard to save while paying rents, especially as they keep increasing, and that's the rent trap. So home ownership often saves you money over renting because your mortgage isn't more than what you'd pay in rent. And unlike your rent, mortgage payments are fixed and won't increase. But a lot of people don't think they can afford to buy because they have to come up with a down payment on the mortgage. And usually that down payment is 20% of the home's price. So if you wanted to purchase, let's say, a $350,000 apartment, you'd need to bring $70,000 to the closing table.
So what should people know if they want to buy a home but don't think they can?
Well, I think it starts with shifting your mindset, right? Because a lot of people don't know there are first-time homebuyer programs available to people who want to stop renting and buy their own home. And these programs are offered by the city, the state, and the federal government, and sometimes even the banks. So these programs can effectively knock down the percentage that you need to pay yourself, sometimes down to 2% of the purchase price. So New York City is notorious and expensive real estate. We know this, but a lot of people don't think they can buy it. It starts with that mind shift. Because they find the right real estate agent, they can. We have closed on tremendous amount of homes from first-time home buyers that have been told no by other agents.
All right. Matthew Bizzarro, the Bizzarro Agency, thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.